Hello guys. Clickbait streamer here. Right, just bear with me. Thanks all for joining in the meantime. I'm just double checking things. Also, I can't get drawing started straight away. I've got a whisper bar tweet. That's right, Armorillo. Is that by any chance pan pizza? I will unlist the stream, so if anybody does miss it, they can go back and watch it. Right, I'm going to transition for now, but I'm not starting just yet. I'm alright, Garth, thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. By the way, thanks Decimal for the $1 once again. The pre-stream donation. I think I'll get some fuel in. Right, basically tonight, as you can probably tell from the title, I'm just going to be drawing cartoons I grew up watching, basically. It was suggested by Crow in the last stream. With that fresh in my head, I think I'd do it tonight. I think what I might do though is try and draw it in the show style. Diabetes in a bar. You can't beat it. Right, let's get on with that, shall we? And as you can see, we're drawing the Cramp twins. Right. Got to try and think of an interesting pose. I might just draw the pose that he pulls during the end credits, from what I remember. I like to think this will be relatively simple, but I have a feeling something is going to go wrong. Because I don't draw in this style anymore. I used to as a kid. I basically just used to copy whatever I saw on telly. And as per usual, we'll just scribble and then go from there. See what we come out with. In fact, first I should probably draw like... care more about the structure first, rather than just going right into it. Back when your channel was good. Very well played, sir. Wait, it was never good. Every Craig McCracken show was good. Ones I watched were alright. I couldn't really I think, what was the other one called? The one about imaginary friends. Like, the name is completely escaped me now. I watched that every now and then at the time, but I was at secondary school, so it was, at that time it was uncool to watch cartoons, I guess. So I tried not to. Already this is looking flat. I think what I might have to do is start this again in a sec. Just so you know, the title of this stream is complete sarcasm, just so you know. That's what it was called. I know it had some bizarre name. Right, we're starting again. Oh, it was on the same layer. Take 2. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's because there I wasn't thinking of perspective. So the whole drawing was just looking a little bit flat. I'm going to try to do the perspective a bit like that. 1 point perspective. So you think something like this would be relatively simple for me, but it's not. I'm just going on the internet quick. There's probably not a character sheet of this little chap. There actually is. Oh no, it's only from season 5 though. That's not good. And that's really small as well. I'm trying to think of, you know, in the end credits, the picture in the background. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm trying to draw here. But right. Take 3. Got to actually start putting in a structure as well. I mean, this is sort of from memory, because I can't seem to find the picture I'm after. But I guess I'd be cheating if I did that. It was like, I swear it was like that. Maybe instead of flat it's more rounded. I remember he had like his fist pumped forward. God, I thought I'd start off with Dexter first because he'd be relatively simple. That's not the case though. I think his other arm was like that. I don't know how many drawings I'm going to get through tonight, but at this rate I don't think I'm even going to get this one done. does not look right at all. Yeah, season 5 of Dex. Whatever the last season was of Dexter, it wasn't that good, to be honest, was it? It was pretty bad, in my opinion. Hello, Alimo. Thanks for joining again. Hope you're doing well. Well, I need to flip first to see what I'm doing wrong. He looks a bit, I'm going to cheat here a little bit. He's too stumpy for stars. I might be able to get away with this if I do this. Right, I'm going back on the internet again. I think it's the angle of the feet. Because the problem is here. Is that it helps to draw, like if you're doing like a dynamic pose, it helps to have like a good silhouette, if that makes any sense. This is what I've learned at least. So that if you couldn't see the detail in just the silhouette, you should be able to tell what's going on, and that's not really happening at the moment. Like maybe this needs to be a bit more exaggerated. Maybe this fist needs to be like over here. Though if that was a silhouette, that would look pretty dodgy. Bear with, guys. Once the planning is sorted out, we should be able to brisk through this drawing and then do another one. I want to do a few of these tonight. Hello Husky, thanks for joining. But I hope you guys can cut me some slack. I've not drawn Dexter in years. I used to draw him quite a bit when I was little. Back when it was new, basically. You'd be waiting for new episodes of Dexter's Lab. And then season 5 came along. Should probably start putting the eyes in as well. Maybe this will make it look better or worse.
3, 2, 1.
This hand needs to go. This is actually really difficult. If you enjoy watching me struggle, guys, a like would be appreciated. It's just looking a bit stilted, isn't it?
Three,
Thanks, Marina. I don't know about that just yet.
2, 1.
This droid's going pretty south at the moment. I'm just sort of learning like his structure basically. Thanks, Decimal. Oh yeah, I remember that episode, Jack. Hello Bucky, hello Mine. I'm doing right, thanks. Well, apart from this drawing, which is actually starting to get on my nerves a little bit now. Oops. Actually, he's looking down a little bit here, so his nose should be like that. If that was true, Jack, why would I want to feed them? Don't like kids. Yeah, I liked Samurai Jack a lot. Still do, to be honest. Which is why it hurt more when the ending was so bad. Of course, there's such a split opinion on that finale, but I'm one of those people who think it could have been a lot better. See, this kind of art style was completely out of my comfort zone, like straight lines, consistent lines. Even though it is partly my inspiration. Might sound a bit weird. Yeah, I'm just not sure about this. Given a bit of a Cal Arts grin there. As great as that would be, a movie for Samurai Jack, it's not going to happen. Like, let's be honest, the ending was... The only reason the ending was bad is because they ran out of time. Also, in my opinion, the final series peaked far too early. Like, episode 4... Was it episode 4? Like, with the pacing in that, it was so much better at the start. The latter half was really rushed. And that's where it started going downhill. Such a shame, really. I only criticise it so much is because, you know, I loved to show the bits back in the day. Also, how bad is this looking? Still pretty bad. I don't know, it's just Dexter's... He's just not looking right. I'll probably spend the entire stream doing this picture. No, that don't work. I'm trying to be mindful of like all the spacing in between stuff, pardon me. Once again, it's one of those character designs that if you get it slightly wrong, it's really noticeable. Okay, Marina, thanks for popping in though. I've had my workout today and that was going to the opticians. Work out of my wallet. See, if anything, I think I need to shorten some of this here. I need to sharpen some of the corners up as well. Oops, wrong side. I've gone back to where I started with this hand. So out of my comfort zone. It's not even funny. Be interesting if I dug up some of my old drawings back when I was a young lad. I wish I had gymnastics abilities myself. Besides drawing, I have no other abilities. Oops. Now why has that happened? Oh, I'm going to have to go back to references, hang on. I think the problem here is I haven't exaggerated the angle enough. Like with his head, I think. Gotta be careful here, making him look like Season 5 Dexter. And we don't want that. See, I was thinking about drawing Mandark for this stream, but kind of wish I had. I will never underestimate the complexity of Dexter's character design. Let's try this again. I should probably look at this a bit more as well. Also, going back to Dexter's designs, don't know if it's just me. I mean, it's all subjective, of course, but Dexter's the only show I can think of where the art style, like the character designs, got worse over the years. I don't know if that's just me, but I like the way they looked in like the earlier series, and it just gradually looked worse and worse, in my opinion, of course. That's just me, though. I don't know, I just always liked the way how the first season was animated and that, and how everybody was drawn. That's right, I have the same kind of... Should probably flip as well so I can see what I'm doing wrong. It just doesn't seem very it doesn't seem dynamic enough. That's the problem with this. We will get there eventually, chat. I don't want to just give up on this. I think it's this arm. This arm just doesn't... Just not feeling it. Maybe it needs to be a bit up, like up here. Maybe I will ignore the silhouette rule. But of course, if I'm drawing the hand here now, I've got to draw it at a different angle. And of course, now I've got to obscure the shoe, which was actually I was sort of pleased with. Oh yeah, decimal. Sorry chat, bear with. Yeah, not that snake, that's for another time. The problem is it's quite hard, this is quite hard to explain, but because I mean I've done animation but I don't know all the technical terms. I'm gonna have to oh god. Actually, I'm trying to think of an example now. Bear with chat. I just want to show a visible example so I can explain this as best as I can. If I can find it. I saw it a second ago, it's just disappeared. Okay, cancel that. God, my computer's slow. Right, I'll do it with this. I'll explain it this way. If you want more snappiness, decimal, do you know how timesheets work? I don't. I know the relatively simple ones. If you're doing, say that's your first keyframe, that's your, I don't know why I've done that backwards, but whatever. If you want a bit of snappiness, like say this is your final frame. It's so hard to explain this, but if you want snappiness, something like this would work. So that the character sort of stretches a little bit further from the frame. It's so hard. This is so hard to explain. This is why I don't teach things online. Before you get to your final frame, you want to do like a frame that goes sort of passes it. It's really hard to explain. That's why I was trying to find a visible example. Basically, that's the basic kind of frames. If you want like a snappiness to it, you could add another in between. And also, like I said, play with the timing a little bit. Like if you're going to add a little frame like this in the middle for like a snappy effect, the timing for this has got to be like as small as you can. I hope that makes sense. I'm not entirely sure what they call this in the animation industry. If that makes any sense, let me know. But yeah, if I was to do like a snappy effect, I would do something. Sometimes I wouldn't even bother with this frame or that one. I'll go back to it in a minute. I want to visibly show. Actually, no. I know what I could just do. I could just go on YouTube quickly. Wait, no, it still doesn't work like that. Never mind. We'll get back to this for now. Maybe the arm needs to be up here, like Fairly Odd Parents style. To show that created everyone's childhood, apparently. Not mine, though. Right, this ain't perfect, but I'm not gonna stress out with this much longer. This will have to do. I'll clean him up, I guess, because I want to get on with doing a couple of more of these. Yeah, I'm really bad at explaining things. I think they call it. Sorry, I'll go back to front now. I think they call that frame a pass. I'm not entirely sure though. I could be entirely wrong. I've just spat all over my screen. Great. Right, let's clean this up. I'll try and keep my lines as stable as possible here, but don't expect too much from me here. Another reason why I don't consider myself that great of an animator. If I was a good animator, I would have got this guy on model probably straight away. That's the thing, I applaud people who can do that. Who should I draw next though, guys? After Dexter. I'm willing to take suggestions for this. Depending on what it is, I'll draw it. If not, I'll just find more characters I grew up watching. Actually, from what I remember, this show had some lines with, like, figure on the outside. Please no Aku jokes, please. Oops. Ed. Now that would be a challenge. See, I think what I might do, Decimal, I might draw Samurai Jack characters in another stream. I think I'll do that separately. Pardon me. I didn't resize this, did I? Oh crap. So that's what the actual size is of this drawing. Oh, he's so tiny. Oh, damn it. I can't blow it up because it'll ruin the resolution. Could grab the G pen for this bit. Because I think the line consistency is a bit different here. Also, I need to make his hair a bit poofier. We don't want Season 5 Dexter. Okay, now that I've cleaned it up, it's looking mildly better. Fingers are too big here, time to shrink them up. And the hand's too big. I know it's in the foreground, but still. His coat needs to be about there. Also, why is his knee all the way up here? I know I'm exaggerating. Actually, no. Maybe the knee doesn't go up, but the foot does. And thin this line here. Okay, it didn't look too bad. I guess I'll draw Ed next. Now, to be honest, if I'm going to draw Ed, that's probably going to take up the rest of the stream. He was like one of my favourite cartoon characters, so I guess we should give him a... It would be a disservice of him to not make a disservice of his appearance, so... Yeah, but like I said, I didn't really grow up with Fosters. I watched it occasionally, but I was at a point where watching cartoons was not cool. The only thing I used to watch like around that time was Dragon Ball Z. And Samurai Jack. And at that time I think I was delving into Naruto as well, on Jetix. I don't know if that channel was around anymore, probably not. Right, let's colour him and then we'll be done for Dexter. I can't believe that's taken nearly 3/4 of an hour to do. Luckily I won't have to take long with drawing him. Colouring him, sorry. There we go. Okay, it didn't come out too bad in the end, but the pose, I'm still not sure about this hand. It doesn't look right. It looks disconnected. Right, bear with chat. I've got to try and find Ed now to draw. Actually, maybe Ed might be he might actually be easier to draw because of the fact that show they didn't really stay on model very often, so you can get away with being off model a little bit. Here is a legit character sheet. Right. Don't worry. Actually, I could have anchored those together, I think. Can I do that? Oh, okay, you can do that instead. Instead of moving it individually. Right. Is this Ed boy? Oh, why is it so small? Ugh. You see what I mean? This is a character sheet, but very rarely was he on model like this. Not very often. What should he be doing? Yeah, the lines. The reason the lines are thin decimal is because the resolution's too small. I was meant to blow him up. That hasn't helped. I mean, I don't mind this bit. Face ain't too bad. Hair's pretty good, to be honest, but here it's just the pose. The pose is a bit stilted. Well, let's not dwell on that, because that's probably the only time I'm going to be drawing Dexter, so for the next 10 years. Right, what's Ed going to be doing though? I've got to look up some screenshots for inspiration here. I'm trying to think of like a moment that I really love, but he's got so many great moments. Actually trying to think. Bear with guys, I'm just going on the internet. Not very good screenshots, to be honest. That's what I'll do, is him holding a carrot. Not exactly to the screenshot though. Right. Let's see how bad this will go then. Like, even though there's a character sheet here, I wish there was an actual breakdown of his structure. That's my excuse. I guess we'll do simple shapes first and then work from there. I don't know if anybody remembers this episode, but you know, I think it's the episode where they break reality or something like that, or they end up going into alternate reality. Oh, hi Sappy, sorry I didn't see you there. Thanks for joining again. This is all you missed, by the way, is that. Okay, I'm just drawing small at the moment because I just want to get the shapes down quickly. Also, I'm going to cheat here. I'm not going to draw his entire body. What should his other hand be doing? I guess have it poking in his other ear? I don't know yet. I have a feeling this is going to go even more south than the Dexter one. Maybe I will blow this up a little bit so you guys can see better. It's such a good episode, that one. It's definitely one of my favourites. The ones where they break reality. Again, I'm just sort of refining the sketch however I can. Of course, it'll look odd anyway without the cleanup, will it? God. fact, if anything, he's probably a bit too tidy here. No. The reason I love that episode is it's just a bunch of fourth wall jokes. That's all it is. I'm just looking up better references. If I can, there's not a lot of good screenshots. Actually, come to think of it, Edna and Eddie is another show where I think the last season was kind of lackluster. You know, where they go to school and that, I just didn't enjoy it that much. Again, that was a part of my life. That was a part of time in my life where watching cartoons wasn't cool though. But was frowned upon. Yeah, I quite liked the movie. I didn't find it particularly funny though. It was just a lot of slapstick from what I remember, which is it's always been in the show, but it seemed like it was the only thing they relied on during that movie. But yeah, the conclusion was nice at least. That is a show they definitely can't bring back. Like, surely people would be up in arms about that. Mind you, it's nostalgic now. People would probably eat it all up. It's probably ain't the right expression for Ed. Getting the side of his face right is quite difficult. Should probably draw his hoodie with his jacket. And his carrot. Pretty sure this is from the same episode where they break reality. I'm pretty sure it is. Because it all starts off with Ed asking loads of questions, doesn't he? Those nonsensical ones. Ah. Yeah, I figured the Sonic music, well, the European version would be quite appropriate for these streams, I guess. Three-headed Rolf. I'm surprised that's not a mod yet for Dark Souls. Hello Visya, thanks for joining, hope you're doing well. Hope I don't bore you to tears with this stream. But if I am boring you guys, a like would be appreciated. As always. Actually, I think I changed my mind. I think that needs to be a bit further and a bit more exaggerated. To get what show I'm trying to draw here. Didn't really have limits. Well, we've literally just about to reach an hour mark. I need to get on with this. Once again, I don't want to be here all night. Now, do I want to settle with this or not before I start cleaning up? I'm just not too sure about this still. Also, the why is it hanging like that? It needs to be hanging like this. Surely. I think Ed's face is a bit too wide as well. It's such a odd such odd structure. Thanks Jack for the 2. No need to do that, man. It's what chat is for. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just looking up a different screenshot of it. Like that character sheet's not really helping, to be honest. Right, let's clean this up. Right, let's clean him up. Of course, I'm going to have to change my technique a little bit here. I can't remember how I did it on the when I drew Rolf. I'm going to blow him up a little bit. I'm not going to make the same mistakes before. Now my pen is frozen. I hate when it does that. Well, this is going to be difficult actually, because I got to sort of... I think last time I kept rotating the screen. But I think with the G pen it makes no difference though, that's the only problem. Excuse me. I want to try and make the lines sort of like this show. I think I used the calligraphy pen. Maybe. With its god awful anti-aliasing. No, I haven't seen that. All heard of it, to be honest. I'm going to draw the clean up at one angle and then go back and do it again at a different one. That's what I'll just do for this. Like I say, I don't want to spend all day doing this. It's just a silly little stram. If we've got enough time, though that's probably not going to happen, I'll do one more. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to happen. Spent far too long drawing Dexter. Can't believe how long that took. Speaking of which, has anyone here seen the Gem and Jemmy animation? That is really good. For those who don't know what it is, it's basically a Steven Universe and Ed and Eddie hybrid, and they've done the style's just like so on point, and they've actually improved Steven's character by miles. It's definitely worth watching. I'll give it a watch. It sounds like an Ed and Eddie animation, I'm guessing. Also. No, you need to watch it, Jack. The Gem and Jemmy animation. It definitely improves him. I mean, to be honest, it would improve any character with what they did. Thank you, Decimal, for the 2. Problem with me, I keep making like each side consistent, but these characters don't have, they're not symmetrical. I keep making that mistake, and evidently it just makes the character look worse. See, I would not be ideal for to be working on a show like this. Not that I would be given the chance, to be honest. I think the only problem here is that his head's a bit wide, I think. I think that's where I've gone wrong a little bit here. Or it's not lanky enough. It's not elongated enough. Might have a chance to fix that though. Why is the anti-aliasing gone off again? This pen is rubbish. Well, this brush. Marker, sorry. Of course, what I'm looking forward to, I got this, for once, YouTube actually recommended something good. Apparently a bunch of people, like a bunch of YouTubers are, I don't know when it's going to get released, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, is they're going to redo the entire Shrek movie, but it's like a collaboration with loads of YouTubers. I'm going to look forward to that. It's some animators, some people who just, you know, just... That's the kind of collaborations we need to have these days. I forgot to like the video though, but I'm sure I'll find that. Oh, thank you, Jack, again. We're now to do the... I guess I'll use the turnip pen for this one. For the hair. No, that's not going to work. G pen it is then. Got to try and get those... How many has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. For God's sake. Wait, I somehow lost count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah! Damn it. $13, 14. That'll do for that. I haven't quite got the clean-up technique down, to be honest. I will go over it again in a minute, because I want to get the same type of clean-up aesthetics, as close to the show as possible. Yeah, the whole movie apparently. It's not it's like one of those, you know, you see those animation collaborations where they pick like a episode and animators or whatever just do like one segment. That's basically what they're going to do. And if you get, apparently there's like 200 people involved in it. If you get that many people on board, it won't actually take that long. If people just have to worry on one segment. Right. Now I'm going to... What was I going to do? Oh yeah, go over the cleanup again, but at a different angle. So maybe if I draw it upside down this time. This might be a bit hard to... Is it going to be any different? Maybe if I change the length, the size as well. That's too thick. That's still too thick. Maybe I'll flip it again. I don't know if this actually makes a difference or not. Maybe if I only do it in places. No, it still doesn't work. If only I had a pen that's sort of square pen. Maybe that's what I need. Ah. Stabilization's a bit too low though. Oh, that's very low. Put it on about 50. Actually, maybe I want it on low stabilization. This might actually work a little bit. Maybe not that low. Nah, it's not quite. Looks like I've done that on MS Paint. This is difficult to do here because I just don't have the right brush for this, to be perfectly honest. I know you guys, you're only messing around, but seriously, don't put your card details on my streams, please. Some people might not understand the consequences of that. I know you guys are messing around though. Oh, no wonder why this looks odd. Ed doesn't have a chin, does he? So maybe I'll just put it like that. Why does no one tell me these things? I quite like this pen actually, for this. The square pen. Too bad the anti-aliasing is dog turd. Right, not that much. Let's do that again. This will be the last drawing of the stream though, obviously. Kind of annoying, I wanted to do like 3 or 4, but I didn't realise this would be so difficult. I'll do more of these in the future though, providing you guys enjoy them. Yeah, I think that's what was. Yeah, he has a lower lip, but he doesn't. I don't know why I drew him with a chin. He doesn't have a chin. That's like one of the gags. I can't believe that took so long, like, to click in. I should do that again. And the key here is not make the 9s that consistent for a long period of time, otherwise it just doesn't look right. Probably a little bit wobbly in places. Sarah's OP. God, she's one of the most annoying characters in the world, but that's obviously how she's intended to be designed. Might actually make the half-hour mark, unintentionally. Or the hour-and-a-half mark, I should say. Right, do the chat. Wait, that's wrong. They're meant to be pimples, aren't they? Right. Came out alright though. Now to clean him up. And then I've got to do lines for the jacket as well. Just got to remember to do it though. Ah, the reason it's done that is because these gaps up here. Actually, they sit more on the top, don't they? It's better. What's the colour of his fingernails? There's no... There's no thing for his fingernails. Okay, I'm needing to get a better picture than that. Why is it so hard to just find a picture of Ed? Just keep coming across Eddie and Double D ships. Which is weird considering they're probably about 10 years old? 12? I don't know. No, not Ed Sheeran, Ed character sheets. Freaking Google. Ed Sheeran still comes up. It would help if they had last names, but I actually don't know what their last names are. This is not helping. Mind you, he doesn't have. I don't think he has. No, he definitely. No, he does have pimples on his, or freckles or whatever. Let's just do the rest first. Put like a shadow around here, apparently. And under here. I'll do for that. Right, I'm done with that pen. I'll use that in future though if I need to draw any more Ed boys. Boy! I'm guessing that's the colour of his nails. I'm just guessing here. Unless they're the same colour. Maybe they're the same colour. Maybe. Anyway, I'll be done soon, guys. In a few more minutes. I appreciate you guys coming along as always. Oops. Got the wrong... There it is. Not sure if that looks right or not. The pimples are like that colour, aren't they? freckles, I should say. So he's got like a couple there. I really don't know, it's quite hard to figure this out. Shirt. Wait, that's the wrong layer. Putting on his Where's Waldo shirt. Oh yeah, the carrot as well. Well, I'll just do any old colour. Carrot colours, basically. That would help. Right now, the lines for his jacket, the lining on his jacket. So it goes around his shoulder, up and behind. That's basically it for tonight though. I'm done. Just go around here. Let's do that again. Maybe just couple of lines here. Right, that'll do. Stop fast around that. So there we go, there's Ed and Dexter for tonight. Sorry I didn't get more done, but that's down to my incompetence to get things done. I think Ed came out better though, personally. He's probably a bit too restrained. The model is probably a bit too restrained though. I hope that made some sort of sense, Decimal. You might have to go on YouTube and look up better tutorials. I would say if you're looking, if you're going into that animation, you need to look up timesheets as well. I mean, I have a general understanding of them, but trying to explain it is very difficult. Yeah, I might do that another stream, ma'am. Might do this again, but in my own style. It would be a lot easier, that's for sure. Right, that'll do for tonight. We're at the 1.5 hour mark. It's actually pretty well timed apparently somehow. So I'd like to thank Decimal and Jack for their donations, the battle of donations. In my mind, you're both the winners. There we go. On that cheesy line, I'm going to go now. So, time to fade out the music. Time for myself to fade out. As always, thanks for supporting what I do, and I'll see you Thursday. Around about the same time. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but you'll find out. See you later, guys. Thanks again. Have a good morning, good evening, good night. Thank you again for this donation, Decimal. Right, later guys.